Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be checking out what might be the best single slot low profile GPU you can currently get. In this box is an RTX 3050 low profile GPU, but this one's different because it's a single slot card. Other models like the Gigabyte and Asus RTX 3050s are dual slot cards. So people like myself like to put these in small form factor office PCs to turn them into little gaming PCs. But in a lot of office PCs, and I'm looking at you, Dell, the PCIe slot that you want to use is right up against the power supply. So you can't install a dual slot GPU unless you do something like swap out the power supply, which is definitely an option, but I think many people just don't want to do that. This single slot RTX 3050 is from a company called Yeston. I'm not sure how they are the only ones that figured out how to make these single slot, but I'm really excited to try it out. Now remember, these have 6 gigs of VRAM, and this Yeston version is going to be a bit more than the regular dual slot version. The dual slot cards, as of right now, you can get it for about 170 bucks, but this single slot version by Yeston is $209 right now. And as you can see, it comes with the full height bracket installed. And what you have to do is you have to remove that and install the low profile bracket yourself. Now, I really wish these companies would just ship them with the low profile bracket already installed because you have to unscrew a bunch of tiny screws to swap it out, and it's kind of a pain in the neck. So I got the low profile bracket installed, and what I'm going to do now is install it in this Dell Optiplex small form factor PC that I have. This is the 7090 model. It's got an 11th gen i5 and 16 gigs of RAM. Now, before I install it, I wanted to show the size comparison to an RX 6400. It's very similar. Might do an updated low profile GPU comparison video soon. If you're interested in that, tell me in the comments below. And here you can see the longer PCIe slot, the blue one. This is where I'm going to install the RTX 3050. And as you can see, a dual slot card would not fit in here. Now you can install a dual slot GPU in the smaller PCIe slot, but you will lose some performance. And here's what it looks like after I installed the Yeston single slot RTX 3050 in here. So the power supply in here is only, I think it's only 200 watts, but should still be completely fine. So let's boot this up and try out some games. So I now have the latest drivers installed, and now what I like to do is run the Heaven benchmark test to see what kind of score we can get. Okay, so I got a score of 3146 with an FPS of 124.9, not too bad. And here is the benchmark for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This is on medium settings, 1080p. And as you can see at the end of the benchmark, I got a very respectable FPS of 80. And next up is Forza Horizon 5. This is the benchmark test. This is 1080p in high settings. And here, once again, we got 80 FPS. Again, this was the high setting preset. VSync was off, 1080p. Next up, we have Spider-Man Remastered. This is medium settings 1080p, getting mostly in the 90s here for FPS, sometimes going above 100 FPS. Now, I was worried about the GPU temps getting a little hot, but so far they've been okay. And here we have Fortnite. This is medium settings 1080p DirectX 11. Okay, so in medium settings, as you can see, I was getting mostly over 100 FPS, but now I switched it to performance mode here, again 1080p. Getting much better performance here, or much better FPS that is, but honestly, I'd probably just play this in performance mode and lock it in at 120 FPS and be good to go with that. For the last game, I tried Halo Infinite. This is 1080p in low settings, and most of the time I'm getting over 90 FPS, mostly in the low 90s actually.
Another one put down. Good shooting, Bob. Think twice this time.
Okay, so there we have the RTX 3050 single slot low profile GPU. I'm really happy with its performance. It's definitely pricey, but could be worth it to some people. Let me know what you think about this card in the comments below. Do you think it's too much money? Or, what low profile GPU are you currently using right now? That's going to do it for this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.